And now, Giants Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live for the post-game Game 3, San Francisco Giants versus the Atlanta Braves. And the Giants do it again, Glenn. 4 in a row. Walk it off in the bottom of the ninth with some heroics from the Giants' third baseman, Matt Chapman. How about that? Holy
If I had a remembrance book, I would surely have run out of pages with all the writing I'm doing, Eric. Holy. Although I missed the heroics today. I missed the end of the game.
Oh, you're in bed, right?
Well, I was, but I got the COVID, so I'm hanging on for dear life tonight. If I bow out early, you know why. But I was watching the Valkyries game. One of the biggest games in WNBA history. They beat the Las Vegas Aces, Eric. They were paying 5-1 to start. Holy crap. And did I pick them? No freaking way.
Hey.
No way. They had no business. Dude, they won by about 25, 23 points. It was crazy. Holy crap. Asia Wilson. Have you ever heard of Asia Wilson? She was losing her freaking mind. I love it.
Here comes the chat. Let's see. In
I'm
5,
sure. Well,
4,
speaking of the chat, not to get
3.
carried away early, Eric, but Chapman is clutch. Now, don't get carried away.
Not yet. He's had his moments, right? He's had his moments. Look. He's had a good 2 weeks of baseball, and look, that's all we can ask for, right? It's all we can ask for. And I'm glad that he's stepping up. There's someone else that isn't. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, man, I tell you what, though, it's exciting baseball, man. That's why I love the game. There's so many different ways.
Was it 2 outs?
35.
Huh?
I think they said 35. Hold on.
No, was it 2 outs in the ninth when he smacked it over the wall?
I can't remember if there's 1 or 2. I can't remember. I
thought they were down to their final out. And
no, hold on. Who let it off? I'm trying to remember who let it off.
That's what Robbie Dizzle sent me earlier today. I was reading with.
I know Ramos got a hit. Who else was in there?
Actually,
I think it was 2 outs, right? It was 2 outs, yeah, because what's his name struck out, right? Dominic Smith. Dominic Smith struck out, right? And then that's when Chapman came up, right?
Dude, this team can't hit. Come on. Holy crap, dude. I keep asking you, are we the team that can't, sucks? Or are we the team that's, 9 games?
Look, we're eking them out. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they're able to get these wins. Again, it's on the back of the pitching because Logan Webb, guys, was absolutely fabulous today. Goes out there, throws 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, only 2 earned runs. Giants couldn't do nothing until the 9th inning.
Crazy.
You had, prior to the 9th inning, 1 run was scored off the bat of Wilmer Flores, who hit a home run to left field today. Just barely cleared that little extension over that left field wall, by the way.
Now that's clutch.
Yeah, I mean, he came through. I mean, come on. Well, Chapman was clutch. To come through with a home run in the 9th, that was pretty big. Again, it was a slider down the middle, but that's the ones you got to hit, man. You got to hit those. Those are the ones that when they're teed up for you, you got to take care of it, and he did. And the Giants won it, man. That was awesome. It was absolutely freaking awesome.
I don't know if you've been watching the play, and what a turnaround. One of the hotter teams in baseball right now, would you believe, is the Colorado Rockies. And what was the thing that changed their fortunes?
What was it?
Getting a second baseman into the lineup who can hit.
Tyro's
batting .320, and he's 2 for 3 tonight. Dude.
That kid Goodman's pretty good too, man. That kid Goodman's not so bad.
You know what? When you're dude, look at our lineup. Imagine what we'd be doing. We'd be running away with the division, in my opinion, if we had actually players that could hit. And look at Colorado.
Yeah.
There are a couple of players on that side. We're just a couple of players just over this side a little bit.
Glenn.
So, you know what? A couple of players can make the difference. We got to go out and get some hitters, Eric. Come on.
Yes. I said that last night. I said it a couple of times. The Giants are just a couple of hitters away. If they hit just a little bit better, they could be leading the NL West, man.
Not a doubt.
This pitching staff is incredible. You got to ride with these guys. I mean, how often do you get an opportunity when both the starting staff and the bullpen are absolutely dominant? You can't squander this opportunity here in 2025. You can't, man. And let's talk about it because
to say they're on the cusp, Eric. They've got the pitching.
They got the pitching.
It's not on the cusp when it comes to their arms. It's the bats, dude. I'm telling you, have a big bonfire night. Burn the bats. Start fresh. Let's get it going.
Let's talk about the bats. How about that?
Today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
And there you go. Giants win 3-2 in walk-off fashion. Giants improve to 37-28. Atlanta falls to 27-36. Atlanta scores 2 runs on 7 hits. San Francisco 3 runs on only 5 hits. And by the way, going into the 9th inning, they had 3 hits. They had a total of 3 hits. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. And that's the beauty of the game of baseball, Glenn, is you just never know what you're going to see. When you go to the ballpark, you may see someone throw a ball out in the field when there's a play at home plate.
Well, I know what I'm not going to see at Oracle Park. It's many hits, but that's
one thing. You're not going to see many hits. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Let's take a look at this winning pitcher. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, Tyler Rogers, but I would have loved to see Webb be able to get it. Again, he had no run support, but look at Tyler, man. He's sporting a freaking sub-2 ERA.
Yeah,
Johnson again. Johnson again. Forever Giant Pierce Johnson loses the game for Atlanta. Yesterday, he throws the ball to the backstop. Today, he gives up a damn home run ball. Feel bad for the kid.
Nice to have a big Johnson in your lineup.
Okay, and then leading off was our boy Daniel Johnson, went 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Ramos went 1 for 4. Again, he was the one that got it started there in the 9th inning, got that base hit, and was on base when Matt Chapman cranked it over the fence. There you go. Flores 1 hit again, a big fly to left field into the what is it, that carport out there where the ambulance stays. Chapman with 1 hit. We all know what that hit was. It was the game-winning home run. Dominic Smith with another hit.
Is that where he hit it? The ambulance well? Is that where he hit it? Oh, I call that the Michael Morse porch.
Yeah, the Michael Morse. Yeah, there you go. That's fitting. Adames. There we go.
Dude, that number's getting smaller. It's shrinking. Speaking of Johnsons, we got a Johnson up at the top of the order. That. Look, 193, Eric. Millions of dollars.
You know, he's getting awfully close to his contract number, 182.
I said that. Yes,
getting close.
Had a couple of weeks, dude. A couple of bad weeks, and he might make Bailey look good.
Yeah, right.
Schmidt, right? Bailey, Adames wasn't even in this weakness conversation. Right? We know it's great, but look at it. Oh,
the bottom 4: Adames, Yastrzemski, Bailey, and Fitzgerald went 0-4.
No surprise, is it?
By the way, just so you know,
wow,
a little news flash.
A little birdie told you something.
Willie Adames, how many hits did he have in the San Diego series?
Lay it on me.
How many hits has he had so far in 2 games against the Braves? The big goose egg.
The little thing that the seagull left on the rock.
Yeah, exactly. The guy he was 0-4 San Diego, and so far, well, no, he's going to be 0-4 Atlanta because he's sitting tomorrow. He went 0 for
There you go.
for San Diego.
There. Well, you know what? Maybe Sydenham's not such a bad.
I don't know, man. I think there might be something more serious. I've been saying this. I think the guy's broken. The guy's broken somewhere. And I don't mean by health-wise. He's
mentally.
There's something wrong with his swing. And I've seen a few people talking about it in Twitter. I don't know.
But when I say it's mental, Eric, I told you a couple of weeks ago. I saw was it the pregame show? Guys, was it the pregame show a couple of weeks ago? They did a feature. They were talking about they're trying to change his swing, Eric. Lift the leg,
why?
Drop the leg. He's all over the place.
I tell you what,
early swing, late.
You know why they're adjusting the swing? Because his bat speed has slowed up, and he's trying to compensate. He's trying to compensate for the lack of bat speed, and it's having absolutely horrid results. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but this is something serious.
It is.
This is not about starting off slow. This is far beyond. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people say he's just starting off slow. And when it warms up, it's good. No. There is something seriously wrong with this guy's swing, and they got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, if it means you got to put him on the Phantom IL, then put him. Hey, Hicks is on the IL for an inflamed toe. So maybe he has an inflamed pinky. Put him on the IL and try to get something worked out, because something is not working with Willie Adames.
Yeah, but the organization's cheap, Eric. Can you imagine ownership saying, we're going to do that? Well, what about our millions of dollars? You play that cat.
Well, no, I know. You have to play him.
Yeah.
Look.
That's why I said last night, am I wrong? You're stuck with Adames and Chapman, whether you like it or not.
And to Chapman's credit, at least he's figuring it out. He was cold for quite a while. It was a bigger slump than I expected, because he's streaky. But now, over the last 2 weeks, he's been doing okay. All right, look where he's batting now. Now he's up to 241.
I know, but like you used, keyword streaky. We'll be doing a show next Saturday night. You'll go, my God, he's cold.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and because that's what's probably going to happen. It's baseball, unfortunately. But for Adames, dude, and JB, that's another guy. Yastrzemski has just fallen off a cliff, man. He's at 230 now.
He was at 330.
Yes. Not even
you were praising the guy.
Yes. Because he was doing all the right things. Yeah. And now.
Well, and you know what the sad thing was? He was one of the few who were doing the right things. He was one of the few, Eric. We're losing them. They're dropping like cold ones on a Saturday night, man. They're dead. Terrible.
Fitzgerald is another one. He is falling. I mean, I don't. Adames, Yastrzemski, Bailey, and Fitzgerald, those guys are the most valuable out of all of them. Of course, is Bailey, because he's the catcher, and he's gonna help you win games because of his catching ability. Okay, that's a fact. But man, dude, the problem, and we talked about this, Glenn. It wouldn't be so much of an issue if these other guys were hitting. That's the problem. Bailey gets highlighted more so for the fact that Adames isn't hitting, Yastrzemski has fallen off, and Fitzgerald really hasn't gotten it.
Oh, it's complete dumpster fire.
Yeah, but in the bottom of the lineup is a dumpster fire.
Scroll up. Let's look at something positive now, Eric. We do this every night. Now the positivity test.
Here we go. 0 for 1. Runners in scoring, because Giants didn't have very many people on base today. Again, 5 total hits. 2 of them, which came in the ninth.
But look at
Webb. Look at this, man. 6 innings, 6 hits.
Didn't walk anybody.
Didn't walk no one. Struck out 10. The guy came out here and he dealt. Man. That's what you expect. This is what you expect now,
what the over-under was on his walks for the day today, Eric?
What was it?
I picked the over. Ooh, jeez. I don't lose many. But his over-under was 1.5. So if he walked 2 batters, you'd win.
Wow, that's crazy.
His over-under, and I should have known. I said, that's a greasy little number. I said, my logic was he's going to go long. So it's 6, 7, at least 7 innings. That's a lot of batters. He's going to walk 2. Nope. Look at that. On the day I pick him, 0. But you gotta love it. 10 Ks.
10 strikeouts.
Just that home run was the only play.
He freaking dealt. This is why you got to hold on to Webb and Ray. You have to. You cannot get rid of these guys now.
Here we go.
We'll talk about this more, and I'll tell you why, right? It makes sense. Eric Miller came in. I was going, uh-oh. but he did okay. He came in with a clean inning. Jelly came in for an inning. Not too bad. Gave up a hip and a walk, but he came out unscathed. Tyler Rogers comes in, does his thing. Clean inning. Good to go, man.
I like Tyler.
And again, the bullpen allowed no damn runs. Only one hit. Again, it kept the Giants. The pitching is keeping the Giants in this.
Yeah.
Period. The pitching is just, that is the story of this year's baseball team. It is pitching, man. Man, dude. Anyways, let's talk about you. You want to get into this?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's. Oh, hold on. Before we get into it,
Time for the daily.
Eldridge Watch.
I was going to say that.
and there we go. Bryce Eldridge today went 0 for 3. Again, I say again, Bryce Eldridge today 0 for 3.
Yeah, but he got on base. If that was a Giant, you'd be going, look, but he got on base. Here, you got to walk.
He is batting .231 in AAA Sacramento.
It's all right. I like what I see from him.
There we go. Bingo. Okay.
Before we get out of control, it'll use Saturday night. So I know what happens on Saturday nights. Gets a little greasy here. So why don't you run the sponsors, take a little breather. We'll all regroup. We'll come back. We'll get into Webb. You mentioned Webb and Ray, why they're not going anywhere. Let's take a look at that next.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com, for the best credit card choice for you. Visit BetterCreditCards.com, covering the San Francisco Giants nightly. Online, we are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
That would be us.
That's us. All right. Yeah. Webb and Ray. I mean, the way the Giants are playing, man, you can't, right? You can't do that.
To be honest with you, and in respect to all of us, and I was included, talking about trading them, it's kind of a non-starter right now, isn't it?
It is. You can't, right? If the Giants are totally out of it, I get it. I understand. That makes sense. But look where the Giants are. How many games are they over 500? 9 games above 500. 9 times.
It doesn't matter. What did I say the other day? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Look, and we could all sit here and say that the lineup is absolutely bad, and everybody wants to upgrade it. And I agree. It needs to be upgraded.
Absolutely.
And I still think, I'm telling you, if the Giants can keep eking out wins up until the trade deadline, I see a big move happening.
How big move?
Where you're improving that lineup. I don't know how big. I can't tell you who it's going to be, but I guarantee you they're going to probably ship off a couple of. Well, I don't know about a couple.
Yeah, but everybody needs a big movement, Eric. A lot of teams are going to be a lot of teams in the races, man. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, they're going to ship off one of these young pitchers. It's going to either be Birdsong, Harrison, Roop, or Wisenhunt. It's going to be one of those guys.
Okay, I don't want to jump in and give random facts and ideas here. Maybe you and I next week. Pick a night. You and I are going to go over some just early prognostications. We got to look at the teams that are the Colorados, the Whites, the teams that are definitely. Who do they got available? Somebody threw out last night. What's his name? Junior over there in Chicago. But
how about Atlanta?
Guy's batting 200.
How about Atlanta? Atlanta may be out of it, to be honest with you.
There you go.
They're not playing very good baseball.
Can't win on the road.
No, they can't.
They can't.
Nope.
We're getting it done. I don't know, Eric. Smoke and mirrors. You know what this reminds me of, Eric? You know what this is? This is 21 all over again.
It could be. No, there is some 21 vibes here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I, guys? Am I onto something? We kind of got some 21 vibes here. All these walk-offs. How many walk-offs do the Giants have right now?
I think they have 9.
It's a shit ton. I think it leads to MLB, don't it?
I think so. I think it's 9.
Dude. I mean, you're eking out those runs, and if they can continue to do that. Now, look, in the next 7 weeks,
Darren says 8.
8. Well, whatever.
Well, ask me Monday.
There you go. Right,
a little early.
8 walk-offs. I'm sure that leads the MLB, right? It's got to. What's the next closest team? Martin Van Nostrand. I see what you're talking about, but look, I'm telling you, are you guys okay with trading one of the young arms? Just are you okay to improve your lineup? Would you be okay in trading one of your young starters?
Here's a question for you, Eric. We're talking about not trading the pitching now. Would you? All right, you're getting close. Even on trade deadline day, somebody comes with a big package, Eric. And regardless of the players we're getting and trade, if one name was in there and you were like salivating, you're like, oh, what a juicy trade. Dude, I think this puts us over. But you had to give up Bailey. Would you do it?
I don't see.
Why not? What do you
think
got?
That's going to happen? I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think.
Dude, just answer the question. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe.
What's he doing?
He's helping the staff. That's the problem. But I get what
you're
saying.
Another catcher, and he can help the staff.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I hear you.
Like, what is he doing? Man. Like, just to hold up a trade and say our one what is it?
I tell you what, though.
75 hitter is, we can't trade a 175.
I'm going to tell you something right now. That's not going to be part of the trade. Part of the trade is going to be one of these young guys. And I see Darren, and I've been saying Harrison for a long time. I just don't know where his value may be. But he's a guy. One guy I don't want to trade right now. The one guy I don't want to trade is Birdsong. There's something about that kid that I like. Maybe it's just my own personal bias. But I don't want to get rid of Birdsong. I'm okay with giving up a Wisenhunt. Oh, you ripped that thing up. I remember that.
On the way to the dumpster. I thought I'd save it for a couple of weeks, Eric. This was last night's.
The catchers. Yeah.
When somebody came in the chat, won't name names, but somebody came in the chat last night's show, hey, just go back and watch the replay. And they said, catchers just can't hit. Eric picked 5 teams. And Eric, their catchers batted 304, 264, 270, 257, 238. And there should be one more? No, there's that. There's
5.
Is that it?
Yeah.
And Bailey yesterday was batting 189. So I'm tired of hearing that. Oh, but catchers can't hit. Eric picked 5 more. Eric, it was an exercise that answered the case. So I'm going to save that. Okay.
Let's do a scenario. You gave a scenario. How about this? If a team came asking for Wisenhunt, look.
Yes. It's because we have pitching.
Exactly. Here we go. If someone came calling for Wisenhunt being the principal person, because you might have to involve a couple of guys, would you be okay with trading Wisenhunt to improve the roster this year?
It's not rocket appliances. As long as you're going to keep a hold of Birdsong and Harrison at that point, then you're good to go.
Okay. And I'm talking about it's going to get you something, a decent middle of the order bat.
If you'd asked me a couple of years ago, will we be sitting on all this pitching? I would have thought you're nuts.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know.
And that goes back to JB. That all goes back to Wisenhunt. How many times have you thrown any name out there? Any name, Eric, over the last year we've been doing this show or coming up on it? Will be soon our anniversary. Happy anniversary, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you said, you don't know what they're going to do? What have they done? They're a minor leaguer. We don't know.
That's why.
What?
Yes.
And you said at the beginning of the show, two components. You don't know what Wisenhunt is going to do, and you can't waste this season.
You can't.
There it is.
Look, guys, think about this. If the playoffs were to begin today and the Giants were in it, tell me a staff in the MLB right now. Give me someone who has a better 1-2.
Playoff pitching.
What staff on any of the 30 teams has a better 1-2 than the San Francisco Giants? Anybody? Does any team have a better 1 and 2 than the San Francisco Giants? If you throw out Webb and Ray or Ray and Webb, which way you want to go, is there another club out there?
I can't think of it.
That can throw out a 1 and 2 better than Webb and Ray.
I'm looking over Major League Baseball, just the teams there. Nothing's jumping out at me. You may be right. You're onto something.
Think about this. And you know what? If you have 2 aces, look, we're just talking about 2 aces. You still got Birdsong in there, right? You still got Verlander, right?
Dude.
Come on, dude. That will go deep in a freaking 5 and 7 game series, man.
I didn't see this in April. All I had on my mind.
So the only thing you need is another freaking bat or 2. And I would 100%. I don't want to squander this. I don't. Even if it means, look, next year is never guaranteed. All we have is what we have before us, right? Anything can happen. Ray and Webb are having fantastic years. Webb has been pretty consistent. Ray has been kind of up and down in his years. So why not hit while the iron is hot? Would you give up a chance to go for a World Series when you have the pitching to get it done?
Well, you better bring in the bats. And are you going to wait till the trade deadline, Eric, when there's other teams out there ready to pounce? Maybe look at San Diego when they got a rise last year. Was this time or a little earlier last year? They got the deal done. They went out and did it. Why can't we do that?
Well, you know what? You know why? Because you got to have another team that's willing to trade as well. You could look. We could sit here and clamor and yell and scream and say they got to trade. Well, guess what? If there's not another team that is willing to trade at this time, then it's a lost cause. There's no point in doing it, right?
That's a hard topic for me, Eric. I used to go to the high school dances. I used to love to dance. I would look crazy out there dancing. Nobody would dance.
Cut up the dance floor, did you?
Well, not when nobody would dance with me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And I'll admit that I was wrong, Eric.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Really, that was about us because I thought it was about him. I thought it was about him. It's about us. I've fallen, and I'm admitting that I was wrong. He's pitched decent. I know he's on the sideline now, but he hasn't hurt us.
Okay, he's been doing in his outing. He hasn't been rocked, right? He hasn't been rocked.
Did you put him in the bullpen?
No.
Do you think to win a World Series and you said you're going to the pen? Remember we did that with Timmy there at the end of
you did,
literally was the end of his career.
To be honest with you, who would be a better pin guy is maybe Harrison. I could see Harrison doing the whole Tim Lincecum thing, just because all you got to do is have him go throw one damn inning and give it all you got. Lay it on the line, man. Lay it on the dime. Oh man, dude, I would love it. Love it.
Too much pitching. It's quite the problem to have.
But that's good. That gives you, Glenn, and this is something different. And I've said this a million times. This is something different that the club hasn't experienced, where they haven't had that capital in the farm to go out there and get a trade done.
Oh,
now the Giants, they got Harrison, Wisenhunt, Roop, and they got all these young arms. And look, and there's a few young bats. There's a few young bats that may be intriguing to other teams. You got out there, Tibbs III is out there raking the ball. Bo Davidson's out there raking the ball.
Somebody said Meckler's batting 341. Any truth to that?
I mean, you could throw some of these guys in there, man, and get a get a middle of the order bat, man.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but you and I for a year now, and prior to that, in our separate lives, you and I have been talking about we got no minor league system. Come on, we got to build the minor. Dude, it's not looking so bad right now.
Huh?
And we got Ramos up from the minors. I mean, our minor league system hasn't done so bad, really.
Lately, it's okay. It's okay enough to go get a trade done.
Maybe Farhan did just enough, Eric. And what did I say to you last night? Open some eyes.
Yep.
What did I say to you last night about Farhan?
Yeah. No.
Who got us Robbie Ray?
He did. He drafted Eldridge, right?
So I'm off the.
But then again. Now, to clarify on the Eldridge, he wanted him to be a two-way player. He wanted him to, yeah. I say no on Brian Reynolds. The guy's not having a very good year, man. You got to get a guy that's hot. Right
I didn't
now.
know if he said he's rotting on the Pirates or he's just rotten on the Pirates. I think it's more rotten.
He's not playing very well right now.
And that's why I told you before, Eric, and I think you you're standing your ground. You agree with me? If you're going to make the trade, I told you, you cannot nickel and dime. No. 5 cents for 5 pennies. You got to bring in quality. If you're going to make a run, it's got to be real.
How about this? Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go, man. Oh, man, I'm about to have some
fun.
Hey,
how many weeks is Father's Day next weekend or the weekend after?
Next weekend, next Sunday.
Get a square for Dad. Get a square for Dad tonight. Do it.
You know what? Yes. Here, let's play the promo.
While you're working, I just thought Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we forgot to do it yesterday, man. We're so bad on it. Hit it, and then if you could talk about it.
Okay, you do your work. I'll bring that up. Remind the guys. Okay, with Father's Day a week away.
Perfect. Thank you.
You know what we're doing for the Busbies? Well, I'll let the big man, the man with the big voice, Ian, tell you all about it. Just as soon as I find the Busby promo, and it goes a little something like this.
Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network have teamed up to give back to the community. We ask for your support as we aid in Haley Busby's fight for life in her battle with liver cancer. To take part in this fundraiser, you can purchase an entry for just $20, and the winner receives 4 front row dugout seats at Oracle Park for your choice of an August 8th game versus the Washington Nationals or the August 29th game when the Giants host the Baltimore Orioles. The winner will also get an on-field experience on game day and attend batting practice. So secure your entry now as eligibility is limited. Draw date to be determined. The Busby family, Giant Sports Talk Live, and the NorCal Sports Network thank you for your participation and contribution to this worthwhile event, covering the San Francisco Giants and giving back to those in need in 2025. Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network.
Tommy's and Capos, part of the deal as well, coming in late. 11th hour, but they're also on board as well. So
yeah, thanks to Lou Marston. He reached out to Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, and also Capo's got $50 gift certificates for dinners. And your favorite at Tommy's, they also threw in a free pitcher of margaritas. Again, guys, it's going to be awesome. Your name goes up on the scoreboard. You get to go on the field for batting practice. And hey, front row seats at a Giants game. Guys, again.
You know where Lou is today?
I don't know where he's at.
I know Lou won't be with us, I don't think, tomorrow night when we do the Hot Corner. By the way, Hot Corner, we all team up tomorrow night for one big bad show. Lou won't be there.
But if you guys are interested.
Lou's taking in something. I only did one in my entire life. You know, I was in broadcasting. I did some baseball, some football. Hockey I did for 18 years. What a way to make a living. Traveling, watching hockey. Oh, it's great. But once, and I never went back. There in the stretch, it's Kilkerran Dundee by a nose. I didn't even know what to say. Do you say it's by nose, by a neck, by a fleece? I don't know. Dude, I had to call a race, a harness racing event one day. I'm like, dude, I'm making it up as I go. Hey, I said, how bad can it be for 2 minutes? I'll never do it again.
Was Satan's Lad in there?
Satan's Lad was not in there, but he was giving me the old. There was one horse. I thought it was him.
Yeah. Was there an inquiry? That?
There was no inquiry.
Okay, guys,
you're milking it
again. Here we go. If you want to donate, that'd be fantastic. It's going to a great cause, and in turn, if you win, you get some great tickets. The most important thing is we're trying to help this family. That's the biggest point of trying to do this, guys. So if you're interested, let me know. I will throw up the QR codes, and then you could pick the numbers, or we'll just pick for you. Check this out.
I'm going to come in. Give me a couple more days, Eric. I'm going to come on strong, some of these guys. Why is this thing not sold out? Come on.
Yeah, let's do this. Come on.
I freaking sold 11 or 12 of those squares myself. Come on. Where would you be with it? Me and Wilmer. Me and Wilmer. We're a team. And me and Eric are a team. What do you got coming up on the screen, Eric?
Here we go. Okay, comparison, but I'm not comparing them. These are two guys. Would you trade for both of these guys? Again, don't worry about the comparison. Just look at their numbers. One has played 58 games. The other one has played 62. One has 10 home runs. The other has 8. One has 27 RBIs. The other one has 35. Batting average, 272, 279. On base percent is 413, 324. OPS, 869, 767. OPS plus, 145. That's huge. And 114. Both of them above average. More.
I don't like either, to be honest with you.
You wouldn't want to have any of these guys in your lineup?
I don't know. Look at the at-bats, 35 RBIs, 20. I want a real meat eater. I want a cheetah. I want a lion in there.
Well, you don't know where they're at.
27. Nah.
You don't know where they may be batting, though.
Other than the batting average. If you told me,
look at Ramos. Ramos isn't. Look, and this is the thing. You can move Ramos down, or the guy on the left can be in the middle. Would you trade for these guys?
Well, it depends. It's a good point. Where are they batting the lineup? Because Ramos is wasting away leading off. Come on.
He is. I would take these guys. And I think it could be done.
Who is it?
And I'm going to think before I reveal, one of them I thought of and the other one Ibrahim thought of.
It's the big reveal. Okay.
There we go. Ibrahim had one idea. Ibrahim had the guy on the left. I had the guy on the right. Would you trade for those two guys?
Oh, I'd trade for Bouchette. Marcell Ozuna is not going to be available.
Yeah, he is. Guaranteed. Atlanta's out of it.
Yeah, they're not going to trade Marcell Ozuna.
Why wouldn't they? What's his contract? Let's take a look.
Dude. Oh, you're getting crazy on me. You're getting crazy.
You don't think hey, Atlanta needs pitching. Atlanta needs pitching. Let me see where he is on his contract.
If you think they're going to be able to get Marcell Ozuna, I left a big fat juicy steak. When you're looking for the sour cream, I left you a big fat juicy steak.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent after this year. You can get him. You could get Ozuna. You could get Bo Bichette. They're both free agents next year. You could get this. This is gettable, and it's not going to take much.
I think they'll resign. I think that if I was Atlanta, I'd be getting the deal done today.
Get it done, dude. Get the shit done. That would be so freaking awesome.
But look at all the players.
Freaking awesome.
Dude, name some players, though. Look at the players that I have thought would help this team. Was his name Aaron? The guy from Tampa played left field last year for what's his? Oh, Jesus Christ, my old age. The guy in Seattle now. Seattle went and got him. He's having a hell of a year. Arozarena.
Oh, Arozarena, yeah.
Naylor. Arozarena. Why can we not just go out and get? Dude, our off season stink. Why can't we not get these guys are always there's guys available. We never get them. Dude, because we go for the big fish.
I'm telling you right now, I would do this, man. I would do this.
I want Bo Bichette to play short or second.
Can you imagine? Thank you.
Here.
You get rid of Fitzgerald. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying it to be rude, but I would rather have or yeah. Well, no, you got to get rid of Fitzgerald because I would put Bo Bichette as shortstop, and I would move Adames over to second base.
Exactly. There you go. We agree.
Ozuna could be a little bit more tricky. He's an outfielder, and you'd have to play him in left field.
Where are you going to put Ramos?
Right field. Get rid of Yaz.
Get rid of a $9 million player, $10 million player? I don't see it. I just don't see it. Dude.
That makes the team better.
Yaz is their guy.
That's all you need. And
I know, but Yaz is their guy. It's just
no, it's not. No, I don't think so. We said Wade was this guy, and what happened to Wade? He got sent packing. I'm telling you, if you get these two guys, this team is going to it's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And Stephen Kwan won't be available. Like, yeah, no, I hate that. I hate this. Let's bring in a halftime show. Let's get you two. Get a local band, not you two.
You know why he's
within reality.
The reason why you could get these guys is they're both going to be free agents next year, and they won't cost you as much because there's no control. And then next year, they could go wherever the hell they want. If the Giants want to court them, that's fine. If they don't, well, then they're on their way. But it won't cost you much, but you got a lineup to compete.
They can make a run.
that can make a freaking run, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm feeling it.
Dude, that gets me excited, dude. I was doing this in the offseason. Remember? I was doing this in the offseason. My God, dude.
Yeah, but it was such a quiet offseason. I know you can talk about spending all that money on it, but it was really, it wasn't a big offseason for us, Eric.
Yeah, it wasn't. No.
Really?
I'm telling you, man. And look, are they blockbusters? No, they're not blockbusters.
No, but that's a tremendous.
But they're good.
Yeah.
Right? Bo Bichette is good. Marcel Ozuna is better than good.
Dude, they give you instant identity. This lineup is so different.
Could you imagine?
Look at the difference. Just
talk
talking
about
two
this.
guys this week.
Let's do this. Yes,
We got
Cryptic.
two fresh faces
hey.
this week that made a bit of a change. Can you imagine putting Ozuna and Bichette into our lineup right now, Eric?
Thank you. Cryptic. I love doing the hype videos. I get pumped up. But they're kind of bad luck. All right, here, hold on to me. Kind of bad luck.
Oh, it's true.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's use these guys. Who would you lead off for the Giants? If you have Bo Bichette, who would you want to lead off?
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me share this. Hold on. Let me get rid of that.
We on the same page with that one?
Yeah, I like it. Okay,
Slicing and dicing, good average. Get him on base. There you go.
Who do you bat second? Bichette?
Bichette, maybe. Yeah.
Bat third, Ramos.
Ooh, see, I think he's the cleanup. Who do you got to clean up then?
Ozuna.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. See, I forgot about him. Sorry. Well, I wouldn't mind that. And then I'd go with Flores.
No.
Chapman.
Not yet. Hold on. Dominic Smith. You got to change it up a little bit. Left, right. See, that's three
I'm
rights.
hoping by then maybe we'll have fixed the first base.
And then you could put Chapman, right? Right? Who would you go after Chapman?
Whoever you got in right field. Or do you got Ozuna playing right? Where do you got Ramos?
I hate to say this. Ramos in right, Ozuna in left.
Okay.
Lee in center.
Okay.
Bichette at shortstop. Chapman, of course, at third. Okay.
So you're left with
I hate to do it. I hate to do this.
So what you're left with right now is Bailey.
You know why? You know
Bailey,
what?
Adames.
Nope. I'll do this because he's your better.
Yeah. Flores, Chapman, Adames, Bailey. Or Bailey Adames. Split some averages there.
Yes.
What do you like? Holy crap. Now we're talking about Adames is batting.
I don't care. That's where he has to go.
I love it. Hey, call a spade.
I mean, it's not ideal. The reason why it's not ideal because you don't have as many lefties, but you have Bailey as a lefty. So you got
what's ideal about it?
Left, right, left, right.
Oh, I don't give a damn as long as they can hit. You know what I like about that, Eric?
I agree.
You know what I like about having Adames? If you've got Adames, the eligibility to bat ninth, it means you've kind of rectified the entire batting order, dude. Good problem to have, right?
My God, does that lineup excite you guys? Does that get something done? Are the Giants that much better with a lineup like that?
There's only one thing gets me more excited, Eric.
And now, another Giant Sports Talk Live Super Chat.
They get me pretty excited, Eric. Ibrahim's in.
Yes, sir. Ibrahim Saib's always made aggressive moves if they had the staff to make a special run. He said he owed it to the team and Buster loved it. It's Buster's chance to do that. The pin and staff deserve it. There we go. I'm going to tell you something. To your point, Ibrahim, the players have to do what needs to be done for Posey to go out there and make these moves. If the team isn't contributing, Well, then what? Why should I go out there and get other guys if you're not taking care of business, right? The team has to put forth the effort for Buster Posey to go out there and make a move. And right now, the rotation and the bullpen are 100% showing Buster Posey that they're going to be in this game. And oh my God, dude, I'm telling you, I love this. It just looks better. It looks like a competitive thing. Thanks, Ibrahim, for the $10.
Major league lineup there. Major league.
Oh man, dude.
There have been too many times the San Francisco Giants, it's trade deadline day. Something is clicking, whether it's offensively, defensively. This year it's the pitching area. Can you imagine all the pitchers huddled in the one corner of the dressing room on trade deadline day and going, what more can we do? Like, come on, you're not going out there getting us some bats? Come on.
Justin, you'll be under the tax. You'll be under the tax, man. You're going to 100% be under the tax. I think how much is – hold on. Let me take a look.
You got about 30 million. What is it? 30 million.
You got about 30 million left. And you remember, at the trade deadline –
you only got 2 months left.
You only got 2 months worth of baseball that you have to pay for. That's it. Dude, you got plenty of money to get those 2 moves done.
Brandon, why do you say that that's a fantasy land? I'm a little leery on Ozuna.
How's that?
Bichette can be had. Bichette's up the grabs. Bichette's going somewhere. Might as well be San Francisco, California.
Ozuna's being paid $16 million this year. So by the time the trade deadline comes around, it's probably going to have, about $9 million left? Somewhere around there? Come on. That could be done. Let's look at Bo Bichette. Bichette this year making $17 million. So probably about $10 million left? That's like $19 million. You could do it. You could do this, man, and still be under the CBT. Brandon says, yeah, I hear you, but he got the clearance from MLB.
Cole, why do you want to wait? Why do you want to wait, Cole? You want to give up 25 and you could make a trade?
Why not do it now?
Minor league talent? Come on.
You got the pitching staff to do it now.
Yeah.
Why not, man? Come on.
Again, Eric, my gripe, my beef with people who say don't get this done is with this freaking lineup. We're 9 games over 500.
Yeah. And that's true, Rob. And that will be a tricky one. Bichette may not be available, but if he's going to walk, maybe
don't worry about it. We got a lot of baseball left to play. Don't expect the Blue Jays to be in some big baseball playoff hunt.
Yeah. Where are they at right now? They're right on 500, right?
They're going to bow out. They don't call it the dog days of August for nothing, Eric. It's going to happen. They're going to bow out.
They might, but dude.
They will. Don't worry.
I'd say take advantage. If you can, go do it.
Standings. Toronto Blue Jays. What are they? Where are the Blue Jays? That's a good point. Wild card. American League. Here we go. In the American League, the Blue Jays. Actually, I take that back.
Oh, no, they're 35-29. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're 5 games
out. That might not be doable. We'll see. But you see what I'm saying? If you don't get a Bichette, get someone that's similar.
Dude, don't forget.
Never mind.
Don't forget, finishing second in the East doesn't even guarantee you a postseason berth.
That's a good point.
Don't worry about where they are in their division.
We'll see.
35 wins. Look at the other teams they're battling. They'd be battling with Minnesota, Cleveland.
Oh, man, dude.
Minnesota's got 34 wins.
Man.
Cleveland 33. Kansas City 33. Seattle 32, and they're coming. Dude, Tampa's got 34. Blue Jays, lucky to have a playoff spot. Come on.
Hold on, let me see something.
That's why, dude, if you can add the bats and win the division, Eric. Win the division. This division is up for grabs, Eric.
I know.
We're no longer talking a wild card. If we pull the right strings, it's win the division, Eric. This is this could be had. This could be done, Eric.
Here, let's take a look at
Why don't you take over in the Giants office for a change? Just spend a week.
Now, again, it's up to them whether or not they want it. Here, let's look at this. This is the current wild card standings for the American League. Toronto's at the lead, but they're tied, or then Tampa Bay and Twins are tied. Then Cleveland Guardians are a half a game. Mariners are a game. And Kansas City Royals are a game and a half. So this is going to be fluid.
It will be, but if I'm a betting man, I would almost, for argument's sake, you could flip them. Cleveland will come. Minnesota, Tampa. I just think the Blue Jays are overtaken.
And here's another thing. This one right here, Boston, because they're plus 13 in run differential, they could move up a little bit more because they're playing a little bit
too
weird.
early.
Right?
Too early.
Toronto is only plus 2 in the run differential, so they could fall. So there's a potential. Not saying it's guaranteed, but man, dude, that would just make me.
Eric, while you've got that up there, bring that back up. Give us a quick look. We haven't even taken a look at standings for a long time. Give me a quick update, a little refresher on the National League Western Division. How we sitting? How we looking over in the West?
Tied for the second, all right? Or second and third, I should say.
And how we doing in our own division? Because now I'm thinking.
Oh, division, we're a game back.
Dude, I'm not worried about wild card. I'm not looking at wild card. I want it all.
A game back.
Look at that. Dude, I
know. Look at
this.
It's
up for grabs.
Look at this. That's what I'm saying, man.
And what is it the Dodgers don't have?
You can't give up on the season. You can't, man. Look how close this is.
The Dodgers don't have pitching.
Come on, man. You don't get opportunities like this, man. You don't. You got Ray and you got Webb at the top of their games right now. Now, a lot can happen between now and the trade deadline. Look, it can. But right now, man, the Giants got to look about adding significant.
Yeah.
Not another Dom Smith. I'm not shitting on Dominic Smith, but I just want somebody that's ready to go and an immediately impact in the lineup.
There you go.
Oh, dude. Look where the Giants are on run differential. Even compared to the Padres. Plus 44. Dude, come on. They're in it, dude. They are in it.
Dude, but I'll tell you, Cole? Oh, Jesus. Cole. There's a lot of fluctuation with this team. What are we on a 4-game? We're on a 4-gamer, Eric, right now. Do you know how quickly that can? What were we doing last week, Eric?
The team that just can't hit, that just can't score, and gives us more frustration. Be watching nightly, following Giants baseball, and find out which loss sends Eric and Glenn over the cliff. Giant Sports Talk Live.
Yeah.
So while I'm excited, I'm saying they're playing well. While I'm saying we can win this division, you gotta take it day by day right now with this lineup.
That's why you make a move.
Yep.
And Eddie, exactly, plus 44. We're sitting here, look, we're watching a team, and we get absolutely pissed off the way that the Giants hit, but they're plus 44 in run differential.
9 games over.
Dude, come on.
I backed you into a corner with my question, Eric. I've asked you, what is the team? The team that can't hit or the team that's 9 games over 500?
It's the team that
both.
No, you know what it is? It's the team that has excellent pitching and subpar hitting. That tells you something. What does that tell you in the major leagues? If you have the most dominant pitching, you're going to be at the top. Even with subpar hitting, if you have the best freaking pitching, you're going to go far. You're going to. And all you got to do is make a couple of moves. Make a couple of moves, man.
Hey, and what else? You know what else I like, Eric? We got a smoking hot bullpen.
Yes.
But Bob has been able to. The starters are going lengthy. They're going deep.
They're going 6 and 7.
Everything about pitching is okay with me.
The starting pitching are going 6 and 7, and sometimes 8.
Yeah.
Over the last few years, we're lucky they got 5.
We had a few bumps and bruises early. We kind of cleaned that.
Man.
You know what? He cleaned that up. Look what he did. We cleaned that. Just a little toe injury came along. Well, cleaned all this up. We're looking good, Eric.
See, the only thing about Gunnar Henderson is he's got a lot of control, so it's going to cost more. That's the problem.
Can't afford that.
With Bichette and Ozuna, they're free agents next year, and you could get them on the cheap.
Couple of prospects there, good prospects, and I don't think they'll be cheap either, but they're doable.
It's more doable than guys like Gunnar Henderson.
I don't think. Why are we talking about? They're not trading Gunnar Henderson, Eric.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
Maybe
so.
we can get Judge. Hey, want to get Judge?
You got Ryan O'Hearn. Yeah, Ryan O'Hearn's having a great year. That's a guy. Hold on. Let's see where he is. I think he might be a free agent as well. Hold on. Let's take a look. Dude, it just gets me. And look, and O'Hearn could be, if you can't get Ozuna, maybe go for O'Hearn. I don't know. He's a big bopping left-hander. I know that. O'Hearn. What the hell? What the hell? Let me see. I guess he's a free agent. Doesn't say free agent after the. Yeah, I guess he's a free agent next year. He's being paid $8 million this year. So when you get him, you're going to be paying about what? $3 million rest on this contract. There, let's take a look at this. Hold on.
He's batting 302, Eric, but he's got hard to believe I'm saying this. 302, but he's got terrible on-base percentage.
Yeah, so he doesn't take a walk, and that concerns me.
He's a free swinger.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? No, Ryan O'Hearn has a 411 on base, man.
Holy shit. His on base is 302.
His on base is 411.
I got the update just in.
Here, hold on.
On base percentage 302, slugging 388.
Oh, Ryan O'Hearn?
Yeah.
No. He's batting 326, 9 home runs,
411. Ryan O'Hearn, 6'2". What do you got him batting? I got him batting 317.
326.
There's after today's game, 53 games. What's he batting? We got to go this way.
Okay, now his average, but his on base is his on base ain't going to drop.
What did you have him down for on base?
411.
402 after today.
See, that's huge. Look at his OPS plus 169.
So regardless of his availability, he won't be cheap, Eric. He's not going to be cheap. Not with those
he's a free agent next year, but with those numbers, yeah, he might be. Let's see, against.
Just because a team doesn't have control doesn't mean they got to go like they're going crazy and saying, "Here, take him, please."
Wow, look at these splits. He's got more at bats against righties than lefties. Okay, but against righties, 329. He's got all his home runs against righties. Against lefties, he's batting 313. Granted, only 32 at bats. So
steady,
that's still good. That's still good. His on base, he's still taking walks. Guy's got a good eye. Holy shit, dude. Maybe that's the guy. Maybe that's the guy then. Maybe that's the guy. I mean, look, all I'm saying is go out there and make these moves to make your damn lineup better. Holy shit. Come on, man.
We'll see how this unfolds, Eric. We got a few months left before the deadline, but I have a sneaking suspicion that when we talk about a trade, I have a feeling that when the deal is done and you sound the alarm, the sirens go off, I'm going to say, I told you so. There's going to be someone dealt. I'm telling you, Eric, I feel it. I have the feeling. I've got a feeling that the Giants are going to trade a name and you're going to go, holy shit, I couldn't believe it.
Maybe.
They're going to have to give up. They'll give up their minor league stuff, but no team's going to come in and say, we'll give you all that. They're going to want a banger of our own.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Bailey, Ramos, there's somebody going to go. They'd be foolish.
I'll tell you what. It won't be anyone from the ML. Well, there may be someone from the ML.
They got it, Eric. Nobody's going to I just have a feeling nobody's going to make a deal unless somebody's in the mix, because they're not.
Not if it's a team.
It's easy for us to say, oh, somebody's going to make a deal. We'll give them all our minor leaguers. They'll take all minor league talent.
If it's a team that is out of it and they're just looking to get some young, fresh talent, you're not going to give up. I'm telling you, you're not. The people who give up MLB talent, are usually the guys who are, you know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough. But the problem we have, we just looked, unless things
You're selling.
drastically changed, and we saw it last year at the trade deadline. We saw it last year. There's a lot of competitive balance in both leagues and across Major League Baseball. Come trade deadline last year, and I think it's going to be even worse this year, there's not going to be a lot of teams that are selling, Eric. Too many teams in the race.
Not as it was last year, was even closer. Remember, Glenn, up to the end, there was 10 teams. There was like 10 teams.
That's what I'm saying. Every night was let's check the scoreboard.
This time, it's a little bit more narrow. Like I said, those games where there's only like 6 teams. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, it's going to vary. We don't know where it's going to be.
I just think it's trade deadlines aren't what they used to be now that you've got more wild card teams.
Look at that. Barry's a friend of the show. What's up, Barry?
Barry Bonds. Hey, Barry's
Giants
dropping by.
second in starting ERA, first in the bullpen. So what does that tell you? Barry, do you agree?
You want to come back?
Do you agree?
Bombs, Barry?
Do you agree, Barry, that the Giants need to make a move at the trade deadline to improve this lineup? Right? Come on, Barry.
We could use you, Barry. Come on.
Luciano has 0 trade value. Matos is in AAA. He could be part of it. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Barry. Thank you. Right, Barry? Because if you add a piece or two, the team is gonna freak. Ozuna. There you go. Thank you, Barry. See?
If I'm making a deal with the Giants, Eric, but I'm cleaning you out. I'm taking Luciano, Matos, Wizenhunt. I'm cleaning you out. I might even take 341. I'll take a Meckler. I'm cleaning your minor. But to what degree are the Giants willing to do that?
That's a great point. We'll find out.
You know, it's taken them a long time to rebuild
Ed, what is up, man?
Luciano, like you said earlier, Eric, you only get so many kicks at the can, man.
Luciano is not hitting well in AAA. He's got power, but his strikeout rate is through the roof, and it's not that good.
Perhaps the Giants have just manhandled him too much, ruined him.
Thank you, Barry. Ozuna, third in the major with on-base percentage, can pop. Hey, Barry, how about get Ozuna and freaking Ryan O'Hearn? Holy shit.
Yeah, Acuna, Ozuna. Oh, geez, let's just go get everybody.
How about that? Why not? Both of them are
we don't have enough. We only have so much we can trade.
I don't care.
We only have so much to trade. We got to get somebody.
Go big. Because if you go big, if you go a little bit below, you're still going to be satisfied.
Jesus, we might have a better August and September than we had last year, you and I.
Might.
At the end of August, we were talking about which games in September, Eric, are we going to win? This year it might be.
They actually did well. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
I know we went on that 9-game or 10-game win.
Yeah.
Dude, they fooled us all.
Hold on, I'm going to see something.
But winning was the worst thing that could have happened to that team last year in September. They pulled the plug and playing the youth.
Oh, my God. What the hell? Come on. Let's do this. There. Come on. I'm checking something on Ozuna.
Eric, all bets are off, though. If the LA Dodgers go out and get Paul Skeens, all bets are off again for me.
Oh,
they'd have Skeens.
Don't even, man.
The best American pitcher, the best Japanese pitcher. Here we go. Isabel? Oh, Isabel. Isabel's excited. See, I tickled her funny bone.
Oh, hold on.
There you go. Well, talk is that's the team that's going to land him, and he's going to be dealt. So,
time for the daily
Eldridge Watch.
There you go. Again, for those of you who missed it, Eldridge today went 0 for 3, 1 walk, batting .231 at AAA Sacramento. There you go. Okay, that's it for that.
Right on, Justin. LA's got bullets to make deals, and they're not afraid to trade everything in the minor league system. And they rebuild it in 1 year.
I know.
That's right, Paul. And Barry's kicking around. Nothing better to do Saturday than put up
Duran. The problem is Duran's going to cost a lot. That's the problem, and it's going to cost a lot for that one guy. Would I love him? Absolutely. I think he would be fantastic. But man, I gotta.
You got the breaking news siren? Where's the breaking news siren?
Got it. What you need.
You should be hitting up the breaking news siren, Eric. We haven't had one in a long time.
What do we got?
This just in, George Curry says all Skeens will not help. You heard it here first on Giant Sports Talk Live. According to George Curry, Skeens is not on the move.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so. I would say 99% chance he sticks with Pittsburgh and a 1% chance that
I think he's dealt. I just think Pittsburgh is they know where they're at. They just know.
Yeah, but he's cheap though too. So
who's cheap?
Pittsburgh, and they don't want to play guys, right? So you got him on the cheap. You're only paying him like $700,000 or some shit like that. That's it.
And where's he taking them? They're going to be
no, I know, but
for the next 15 years if they don't.
He's also selling tickets as well. So,
dude, do you want to win?
No, Pittsburgh doesn't. They don't care. They want to make money, dude. That's the problem. That would be awesome, though.
Speaking of selling tickets, another sellout. Chase Center today, Eric. Woo!
Uh-oh. Wait, how many were?
My
35.
Valkyrie with the upset of the year. And they beat the Aces, dude. Poor Asia Wilson. Oh, she's going to have something to bitch about next week.
Brian Wilson is not having a good year, guys. I don't want to get a guy who's having a bad.
They're starting to throw names out.
Look,
out there.
If we're going to go get somebody, I want to get somebody who's having a good season. I don't want experiments. I don't want new scenery guys. I'm tired of the new scenery. If he's got, in the new scenery,
yes. Enough with the bullshit.
No, stop. Cut with the chase. Go out there and trade for a guy. I want a guy, right? None of this freaking experimental bullshit.
Instant success.
A guy. Come on. If the Giants are serious, you go get a guy. You have the best 1 and 2 in all of baseball in the rotation. Don't squander it.
Jesus, Cole saying Jacob Wilson.
Squander it.
Wow. No.
Tom, no, I had it on Thursday, Tom. Thursday, I had one.
JB, Skeens gave up 1 run in his last start, still took the L. Sounds a lot like Giants baseball, doesn't it?
Right.
It does, really.
Come on. Go get a guy.
We lost.
Go get a guy. Thanks, LD. Appreciate that. LD.
Oh, my God. Eric, I'm going to disappear for another week. If we get Lewis Robert, I gotta bow out for a while.
No.
The guy can't hit. No. And what we need? Somebody who can hit.
No.
He's
I want a guy. I want a guy. I don't want guys batting on the interstate. We already got 3 of those guys.
It's not even an experiment. You know what you're getting with him, Eric. He's a bum.
We got 3 guys batting on the interstate. I want a dude, a guy. Come on.
Nobody's trading for him. Nobody wants Lewis Robert.
Not right now.
No. God.
Not right now.
It's terrible.
Come on, man.
Abraham. Oh, he must be joking.
Oh, he's sarcastic.
Yeah, there we go. I first thing I saw was Lewis Robert would be a great fit. No. Oh, God. I almost kill him. You can't. Dude, Abraham, you know better than that. Dude.
I'm having chest pain.
Killing me.
El Aso Adamas. There you go.
We go on the attack.
There you go. Thank you, Johnny. That's what you go trade for. You get a guy, man. If you're serious, if Buster Posey is serious about making a run, you go out there and you get a dude. You don't do this. If you want to go on the offseason and you want to tinker with the roster, if you want to tinker with roster spots 35 through 40, go for it. But when you're going for it after the trade deadline, if you're going for a wild card or the division and you want to get in that playoff run, you need a guy.
Yeah, they did a little tinkering this week, Eric. What do I say? The tinkering reminds me they're the little tremors before the big earthquake, and that is what we're waiting for. I'm waiting for the big earthquake.
That's what we're. Yep. Come on.
Will we have to wait?
Come
I hope
on.
we don't have to wait. I hope we don't wait until the trade deadline.
It's up to the other teams. And look, even if there's a couple of teams, they may not have a guy that you want though. And I'm not going to settle Oh, excuse me. I don't want to settle for. I don't.
Well, he might have called him his buddy, but he DFA. You don't think it took balls to DFA your buddy? I dare say it. Yeah, Justin, you're off.
It took a little while. It took a little while, but
They gave him the rope. He hung himself, dude. They gave him all the slack.
Look, and they didn't just throw Wade to the bench. They DFA'd him. Which
should be an eye opener for everybody else, dude. Shape up or you ship out.
What's up, Ed? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. I know he lives over in, I believe, Reno. O'Hearn is a guy. O'Hearn this year is a dude. Yes, I would love O'Hearn. That would be a good one. That would be a good one, man. 100%. He gave him a run. Look. As far as the Wade, did he go a little bit long? Yeah, he probably went a little bit long on that. But you know what? It wasn't unreasonable. Buster Posey gave him a chance. And you know what that does? It earns respect for players who may want to come to the San Francisco Giants. If he sees how the San Francisco Giants are treating players, right? Hey, if I'm struggling, am I going to have the ability to hit out of it? And if I don't, well, then it's on me. But at least the organization is giving me a chance, right?
And don't worry about Encarnacion.
Encarnacion
isn't half the ball player. And I can't believe I'm saying this. He's not half the player that Yaz is.
Yeah, I know.
Defensive. Eric, we're in the 10th inning of a playoff game. Who are we throwing out in right? Yaz or Encarnacion?
Justin says, now you got 9.2 million. Well, it's not 9 million anymore, Justin. Now it's closer to what?
About half.
About 6. Are we
quite?
No, not half. About 6 million left. 6 million left on Yaz. But guess what?
We'll soon be 40% through the year.
I'll tell you what, though. Yaz is looking at what happened with Wade. Trust me, Posey will make the move if he needs to make the move. I'm telling you, if he has to make the move and moving off Yaz, he will do it. He did it with Wade, and he played with the guy. He's played with Yaz. But if you're not out there competing, well, guess what? You have to move on. Right? It's baseball, man. You got to go out there and you got to freaking hit. So
what are we talking about? Eddie says, Glenn, who would you rather, Girard or Ishikawa in a playoff game? We're talking about, that's like Stratomatic saying, Eric, do you want Carlton Fisk in 75 or do you want Buster Posey or do you want Bailey? Like, dude, don't you stop with the comparing guys from a decade ago. And I know where you want me to go with that, but that's stupid. It's stupid, Eric. Stupid.
What they're saying, I think what he's saying, they're both horrible in the outfield. They're both horrible in the outfield. I don't want neither of them.
Yeah, but everybody in the chat has been talking for a month. Oh, wait till Girard gets here.
You know why?
Look, I don't see much very positive out there.
You know why? Because they thought he was going to be the first baseman, and they didn't. And he's not their first baseman. He's going to be the outfielder. He is your fourth outfielder, Encarnacion. Who saw that? Who saw that on their bingo card?
Yaz is your fourth outfielder.
No, he's not. Yaz is the freaking right fielder, man.
Well, then Johnson is your fourth outfielder. He's playing every He's played 3 of the last 4 days. I don't know what Johnson is.
To be honest with you, I don't know what Johnson is. And I don't know why you have another lefty outfielder out there, to be honest with you.
Oh, Jesus.
And now, another Giant Sports Talk Live Super Chat.
We can complain about the Giants all day, and now let's not forget today. Not today, it was yesterday. Yesterday was the anniversary of D-Day. January 6, 1944 was the 81, or I should say 81, yesterday. 81st anniversary of D-Day. It was January 6th, not the 7th.
I heard a clip on the news, Eric. That was a bad day for
today.
Was a bad day for was it Germany? Or no, it was a good day for Germany, bad day for England.
Today is D-Day +1.
We got our own D-Day in LA today, Eric.
Oh, geez, man. That's a mess.
Lock the doors, Isabel. Lock them up. Is Isabel from?
I don't know.
California? I don't know where Isabel's from. See, that's the problem. Remember we had it a year ago? I asked, where is everybody from? Nobody's from the Bay Area, which kind of blew me away. I guess Greg is, but not many. We got to watch.
People are
Giants fans in England, New Zealand.
Yeah, D-Day +1. Yes, we are. This is the 81st anniversary of D-Day +1.
The celebration continues.
Yeah.
San Mateo. Anthony's from the Bay Area. Why don't I ever get to see Anthony?
There's people from the Bay Area, but it doesn't mean that they're in San Francisco. Bay Area, look, Bay Area is a big area.
That's true.
So
San Mateo's not so bad.
all right, what else?
I used to go to K&K Printing before we hooked up with Duxwell, so I know Daly City.
Daly City, yep.
I like Daly. I like Daly City's my favorite suburb. I love going to Daly City.
Do you?
The Outback Steakhouse, the Sizzler, and you got two Targets, and
The Sizzler.
remember Sizzler?
The Sizzler.
There's still one there, baby.
We're going to Sizzler. We're going to Sizzler.
I thought Sizzler was see, not being from the Bay Area originally. I heard Sizzler was on an episode of Seinfeld.
It's closed, says Justin.
When did it close? It was open like 4 weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying. It's closed then.
Oh, he must be talking about something else.
Live near Pomona. Okay, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Tom, you're down in Pasadena. I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah, Anthony, Ceremony Mall. Up in Daly City. Daly, you know what, Eric? To me, that's Daly City, Ceremony. It's the same area. That's like saying, oh, you're from Winnipeg. Most people just say, yeah. When you're from the North End, or you're from Sagado, or you're from Selkirk. Or, you from Selkirk? No, I'm from Winnipeg. Daly City. I head over to Daly City to the, well, I'll give you an example. You would ask 90% of the people about our sponsor, Lefties. They say, oh, yeah, I go over Daly City, right? It's Burlingame. But what are you talking about?
Huh. Ooh.
By the way,
dude. That's a hell of an idea. Look at Johnny.
What's Johnny saying?
This I don't know about this one. Any chance we could pry Logan O'Hoppe from the Angels for some arms if you decide to move away from Bailey?
Yeah, brothers. You got a brotherly connection, some brotherly love there, Eric.
Goodness, yeah, I know. Oh my God. I would say, look, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would not be opposed to that.
I'll leave this question with you,
But
Anthony.
does it happen?
Anthony's talking about our sponsor, Lefties. He says, that's in Burlingame. Which Caltrain stop do you get on and off? Not Burlingame.
I don't know.
Not Burlingame. So I could never understand that. I'm going to Burlingame. Oh, you got to get off at a different stop.
I want Cal Raleigh. Oh, Giants ain't getting Cal Raleigh. That ain't happening. No way. That's
it for me, Eric.
Yeah, I think we're about done now.
Yeah, when this foolishness starts, it's time to wrap it up.
Cal Raleigh ain't having that. Where is he? Seattle's in the thick of things too, aren't they? Aren't they?
They're struggling a bit now, but they'll be back in it.
Are they?
Yeah, I read you off the American League wild card race. And in that American League wild card race, they're struggling, baby.
Are they
wild
really?
card?
Oh, I heard.
Seattle's in 5th with 32 wins.
Oh shit!
That's in the wild card race.
That's in the wild card. What's his name? Got helped off the field, right? Julio Rodriguez. Is there an update on him by chance? Hold on.
I don't know, but he's been playing lights out. He has been playing. Dude, he's got an arm. What a cannon. I've been watching Mariners and Tampa as much as the Giants this year. Good, fun baseball.
Let's see.
Watching, I told you because Estrada's playing in Colorado now, but they ripped that open. It's like, last I looked, 7-2 for the Mets.
I'm not seeing anything on the Seattle.
I haven't seen Dilly lately.
I'm seeing nothing on the Seattle. I could have sworn they said something happened.
Isabel's from Glendale, but lives in Anaheim now. Oh, I go down to the Anaheim Convention Center every year for the big card show. What's the name of that little town? Little town. It's Southern Cal. Nothing's a little town. What's that place I fly into?
Burbank.
Burbank. Yeah, I go to the Burbank Card Show over there in Anaheim.
Oh my gosh.
The Honda Center Ducks. Is Brian a Ducks fan?
Maybe. Brian, Ducks fan?
One of my friends used to play for the Ducks. His name was Jean-Sébastien Giguère. You ever heard of him? Probably not. He's probably too young.
He said yes, he is.
You ever heard of Giguère? JS? JS is a pretty good friend of mine.
And I don't know if he's heard of him. It takes like 10 seconds for them to respond.
Plus, I told you I want to get it. I'm not pulling a Dan. I'm not going to be here an hour later. It's time for me to go.
Yeah, let's get the heck out of here. Yes, and get a look at that. He's heard of him.
Blast. There you go. Yeah, great goaltender. He's, to my knowledge, he's the only guy who won the award for the top playoff player, right? I think it was Conn Smythe. He won the trophy for the top playoff performance on the losing team.
Oh, wow. How about that one?
It's just a gimme. They give it to the winning player on the winning team, right?
Wow.
Paul says, any riots in there? Oh, jeez. I'm out of here. I'll see you for the team-up show tomorrow night. It's called The Hot Corner, Eric?
The Hot Corner tomorrow, 8 o'clock, guys. Should be a lot of fun. And we'll wrap up the series. Is it going to be a sweep? We already won the series, which is great. Let's see if they could get a series sweep. London Roop goes tomorrow, and I think Spencer Strider, can he get his first win with the Braves?
Jesus, 0-4. What happened to him?
And let's not forget, he freaking nuked Bryce Harper with that freaking fastball. So he could be a little bit wild. Anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Let's do this, man.
Over Millbrae. There you go.
Right
Good
on.
stuff.
Guys,
all right, Eric, I'm out of here. Oh, jeez.
Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Enjoy your Sunday, and let's see if we can get
I'm out of here. You send me the link for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
You bet. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.